And we're panning the crowd right now at Jarvis Stadium, or we were a moment ago. All the marbles on the line here at Jarvis Stadium. Ansonia won the opening coin flip, and as is their tradition, they have deferred till the second half. Ansonia will kick off to Naugatuck. Tremendous media coverage for this football game. Both teams 9-0, going for the NVL crown, going for an undefeated regular season. In your picture, Jason Sabina, who will be kicking off the football to Ansonia. Back deep for Naugatuck, Jamal Francis in your picture, along with Marlon Fernandez. And the third member of the deep men for Naugatuck, Josh Sanford. And there's the opening kickoff, Fernandez. Fernandez has room and bounces off a couple of tackles and is finally dragged down at the Ansonia 48-yard line. So Marlon Fernandez finally taken down by Arthur Denby. So Naugatuck will start out the football game. Excellent field position.
Kick taken about the 10-yard line. Fernandez does a good job following his blockers. Almost breaks it as he finds the seam right here and then gets up to the midfield stripe before Denby takes him down. Naugatuck, excellent field position as they will start in this first quarter of football here at Jarvis Stadium.
First play from scrimmage. The ball spotted at the 49 of Ansonia. Wing T look. The give inside, that is Conklin. He bounces off the tackle at the line of scrimmage and then is taken down by Justin DeMoro. Let's look now at that Naugatuck offense. In the backfield, the quarterback Joe Edmonds, the fullback Dan Conklin, the running backs Marlon Fernandez and Josh Sanford. Split end, Jamal Francis, the line, Aronimo, Carmagalt, Roberts, Massive Vance, the tight end, Dave King. Second and 7 for the Greyhounds, just underway from here at Jarvis. We'll look at the Ansonia defense when we have the opportunity. Flag is dropped by the officials on either side of the ball, and that might be an encroachment call. Ansonia encroached on the line of scrimmage, and that'll be a 5-yard assessment against Ansonia. The ball brought down to the 41-yard line. Let's look now at that Ansonia defense. Across the front, Tate, Antonio, the nose guard, the tackles, Jakowski, Sisto, the ends, Zabina, Froelich, the backers, Gregorio, Ebenezer Keynes, monster back Pepe, starting in the secondary, Justin DeMoro, Denby, and Phil Mrazek. Second and short for the Hounds. Wishbone, Naugatuck goes to the short yardage offense. And again, movement either side of the line. No flags are dropped as the play goes straight into the line at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead with the fullback or the off-tackle power to the halfback. Short of that first down, it'll be a 3rd and less than 1 for Naugatuck. They're in the bone. That's their short yardage formation. Ball close to the 40-yard line. Both sides yelling that time about movement. Looked like the fullback got an early jump for Naugatuck. There was no call, so it'll bring up a 3rd and short for the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
3rd and short, and Naugatuck in that wishbone. Tight formation, double tight ends, and they give to Marlon Fernandez, and the ball is loose. Arthur Denby with the football at the 40, the 30-yard line, and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Ansonia has the football.
See the ball pop loose as the halfback comes and he gets hit right here. The ball is going to bounce to Denby. Denby will pick it up and he will scamper down. Great job by Joey Edmonds preventing the touchdown as Denby is run out of bounds at about the 25-yard line of the Ansonia Greyhounds. So the Ansonia coming with the turnover after a great kickoff return. Naugatuck with that turnover, and now the Chargers with great field position on the Naugatuck 25.
Ball is spotted at the 26 of Naugatuck, so the turnover goes to Ansonia. Tight formation. The tailback is Ron Tate, and Tate down to the 20-yard line on the first down carry. Let's look now at that Ansonia offense in the backfield. To start, Coughlin, the quarterback, fullback Reynolds, Tate, the tailback, the flanker, DeMoro, the split end, Mrazek, and across the front, Chakowski, Blackwell, Lindsley, Alberti, Sisto, the tight end, Froelich. He'll be alternating with Lightem, Jason Lightem, who's now in the football game. Second down for the Chargers. Naugatuck is showing blitz. A long count at the line of scrimmage, and Naugatuck might have encroached. A long count by Conklin. And Naugatuck was showing blitz. It's going to be an encroachment.
Right there you see the arm across the line of scrimmage. Good job by Coughlin in his count. Able to draw Naugatuck off sides. It's a first down as Ansonia will be on the 15-yard line. As you see Craig Peters very concerned. Big emotional swing here on that turnover.
First down for Ansonia. Naugatuck again showing blitz. Ansonia going to a long count. Coughlin will option. Pitches. Tate. 15, 10. Tate at the 1-yard line. Ron Tate on the option. Mike Perella on the tackle for Naugatuck.
Good job by quarterback Steve Coughlin coming down the line of scrimmage, reading the option. Gets the ball outside to Tate. You see the fullback on the lead block. Tate will get to the corner. Fernandez on chase, along with the inside linebacker Perella, but Tate very close to the end zone on that one as the Chargers are knocking right at that Naugatuck end zone front door after the turnover and the run by Denby.
We'll start it at the 2-yard line. We'll spot it at the 2. They give to Tate. Tate straight ahead. Ansonia touchdown.
Watch Tate coming out of the eye. It's just a blast. He'll follow the fullback. Fullback in. Tough block on the line of scrimmage. Tate keeps his balance, fights into the end zone. Naugatuck with a big score after the turnover. And this very early in this first quarter, 9-17, the Ansonia Chargers are on the board. And Naugatuck certainly has to feel a little concerned. They had an opportunity themselves. The turnover on a big third down play, and the run by Denby set this score up, as you see. The Chargers with an early 7-0 lead.
Jason Zabina on the conversion, but he caught up with Coach Peters before the game, and he asked the veteran Naugatuck coach if there was a feeling of nervousness with his kids coming into this big game.
We've been nervous in the past, and maybe you could call it being afraid or in preparation, but I don't see that this year. I see confidence, and I see kids who are ready to play football.
Welcome back, everyone, and Buddy also caught up with Jack Hunt of Ansonia, and he asked Jack Hunt what he had told his kids that they would have to do to be successful against Naugatuck.
I think defensively we have to contain Edmonds. Edmonds is the key to their offense. They do have some fine running backs, but Edmonds does so much in deceiving you and makes the other things work so well. The trap to Conklin, the power to Fernandez. So he is the key, and then Conklin right after that. They have a fine offensive football team as well as an excellent defensive team, which probably doesn't get the credit that a lot of defenses in the state do. I think that's their strong suit on defense. They get the big turnovers, good field position for the offense.
Head coach Jack Hunt certainly has to feel very relieved and pleased as the Naugatuck football team took the opening kickoff, had excellent field position. We're down on the Charger 40. His defense caused a big turnover, set up his offense in great field position on the 25, and the Chargers with an early 7-0 lead here.
Zabina to kick it off. Line drives it deep and into the end zone, an automatic touchback. And the Hounds will take over at their 20-yard line. See what the Greyhounds do. Their second possession of the game. They opened up the game. Excellent field position after Marlon Fernandez took it into Ansonia territory. Then the big turnover and Denby's return and Ansonia's drive for a score. They split Francis out to the left side. Out of your picture at this time. Ball at the 20. First and 10. Edmonds on the carry, stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe for one. Denby on the tackle for Ansonia.
Fake to the fullback by Joey Edmonds, and then Edmonds loses the football, really. Loses his footing, able to get back to about the line of scrimmage. Pepe in there on the stop, but not a good offensive play for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Second down, about 10, right at the 20-yard line.
And Buddy and I were on that field some time ago, and we both were commenting that the footing is rather good there. They had a snow cover early this morning. They quickly took it off the Ansonia crew here, and the field is in excellent condition. A cold Thanksgiving morning. Get to the fullback. That is Dan Conklin running for the first down, straight ahead, taken down by Justin DeMoro in the secondary. That's one of the plays that Ansonia has to stop.
Straight ahead, you get the good block by number 61, Carmelet, who frees the fullback, Dan Conklin, right up the middle for the first down. About a 13-yard gain for Danny Conklin. We saw him last week have a great game in the Naugatuck football game that we covered against Holy Cross. Conklin picking up where he left off against the Holy Cross Crusaders.
Tight formation. The ball is at the 33. Joe Edmonds wants to option. He is stuck right there. Ebenezer Canes. Edmonds turned it upfield, and Canes was there to greet him. 5'9", 200-pound senior backer.
Edmonds comes out on the option. It's the lead option. He tries to turn up, and 51 Canes, good job there, sticking him right about at the line of scrimmage. No gain for that Naugatuck offense. Ball located right around the 34-yard line of the Naugatuck Greyhounds. Second offensive possession for Naugatuck. The turnover ended their first one.
Second down, the Greyhounds check in with Marco Miranda at tight end. On second and long from the 34. Edmonds is back to throw. Has a receiver downfield. Overthrows Francis at the Ansonia 30. Denby was there with him. Incompleted pass.
Edmonds uses the inside fakes of the scissors, has excellent time, and then just a little out of the reach of his split receiver, Jamal Francis. Denby on coverage, but Francis had Denby beaten. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Again, right around the 34-yard line of the Greyhounds. As you look at this very large crowd, weather very nice for a Thanksgiving morning. Little chill in the air. It's warming up, but certainly a beautiful, beautiful day for football.
And what a crowd. 3rd and long, the ball at the 34. First quarter action from Jarvis Stadium. Incomplete. Edmonds flinging it out for Marlon Fernandez out of the backfield, so it'll be a 4th down coming up for the Greyhounds at their 34.
Edmonds will throw the ball just out of the reach of Fernandez. Fernandez coming out of the slot, straight down the seam, unable to get it. Fernandez put it out there, or Edmonds put it out there. Fernandez just unable to pull it in.
The punter is Edmonds. He's standing at his 21-yard line. And back deep for Ansonia is Arthur Denby. Denby inside his 40. And a short punt. Fielded there by Mrazek. Mrazek at the 40-yard line and dragged down as the short man on the punt return team. Mrazek brings the football down to the 34 of Naugatuck.
Short punt. Mrazek does a great job in presence of catching the short punt. Only 2 men to beat here, and Edmonds does a great job of tackling him. But a great field position for Ansonia, their second possession. This time they're right about the 32 of the Naugatuck Greyhounds.
So Ansonia blessed with great field position. They give to Tate. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's knocked down for a loss. Cousin Marlon Fernandez on the tackle. Let's look now at that Greyhound defense. Across the front, the nose is Seghetti. The tackles, Christensen and Carmigal. The ends, Fernandez and Ironimo. The backers, Conklin and Perella. The monster back is Master Petro, and the deep secondary, Neal, McLean, and Sanford.
Good surge that time by Jay Seghetti. The loss of about 3. It'll bring up a 2nd and 13 for Ansonia.
Fake handoff to Mrazek. Kwaklen under pressure, throws into the end zone, overthrows DeMoro. Double coverage in the persons of McLean along with Neal, and it goes incomplete.
Fake to the deep back coming back. That's Mrazek, and then watch Coughlin avoid some pressure as he steps around the tackles. DeMoro down the middle, right down the center of the field. Behind that, Naugatuck safety, but the ball a little bit overthrown in, and it'll bring up a big third down for the Chargers.
3rd and 14 for Ansonia. They are at the Greyhound 34-yard line. We're in the first quarter of play. A long count at the line of scrimmage. And a curious play on 3rd down. They hand off to Reynolds, and Reynolds bounces it down to the 29, and that's going to leave a 4th and long for Ansonia.
Fullback comes, there's just straight ahead blocking. Picks himself a hole to the outside. Number 15 finally in there on the tackle for the Naugatuck Greyhounds. That's Joey Edmonds, but he said it'll bring up a 4th and about 8 for the Chargers.
And the ball at the 29. And Coughlin under a rush, rolling out, under pressure, has a receiver out there. It is incomplete. He had the receiver. It was just slightly thrown a little slightly high. DeMoro was the intended receiver. Josh Stanford coverage for the Greyhounds, and the Greyhounds will now take over on downs.
Good pressure by Ansonia as they force Coughlin to go wide. Good throw, though, as he hits DeMoro. Up a little bit high as DeMoro tries to come down with it. Number 47, Josh Stanford, with the hit and preventing the completion.
Break in the action. Let's take this timeout.
There are many ways to eat, but there's no wrong way to eat as long as you eat right. Great tasting foods can be prepared so they're low in saturated fat and cholesterol, which will reduce your risk of high blood cholesterol and heart disease. So eat right. Eat a low-fat diet. Good food, good for your heart. For free low-fat recipes, call 1-800-575-WELL.
How was your day today, honey?
Pretty good, actually. I closed that Lenco deal I've been working on.
Oh, right. Congratulations, Dad.
Matt, you left your history book home again today.
I know. I didn't even think about it till I got to class.
Well, you better start pinning notes to your shirt or something.
Or something.
So what are your plans this weekend?
Just gonna go over to Pete's on Friday night.
Aren't Pete's parents away?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do over there?
Oh, you know, just hang out with the guys.
Welcome back, everyone. So the Greyhounds have held. Ansonia taking over deep in Naugatuck territory, and now the Greyhounds have the football back. Relatively good shape at the 29. Edmonds is the quarterback. He's going nowhere. Whole host of Chargers in there, led by Chakowski.
Good job that time by Ansonia as, again, Edmonds tries to come with the lead option. Bumps into one of his own players. That's the fullback, Conklin. They're not on the same page yet, the Greyhounds offensively, as you see Chakowski with the tackle, but again a mistake in the backfield. Ansonia unable to, or the Greyhounds unable to really get on track. Their offense is having some problems early in this first quarter.
Miranda checks in at tight end. He'll set up on the left side on 2nd and 10 for the Hounds. The football at the 30. Still in the first quarter. Fake into the line. Edmonds is allowed to get outside. Has a receiver out there. It is caught by Francis, and Francis inside the 20. He beat Denby on coverage. Denby finally dragged him down, and the Greyhounds have the football at the Ansonia 18.
Excellent blocking on the outside, allowing Joe Edmonds to get to the corner. You see the block there in number 84 by Conklin, and then Edmonds does a great job. Again, behind Denby is Francis, way behind him. Denby's lucky to catch up to him, preventing the touchdown, but a great throw by quarterback Joey Edmonds. Ball right at about the 16-yard line, first down for the Greyhounds.
And the Greyhounds will go to the wishbone, trying to push in their first score of the day. They give to Perella, who's now in at one of the halfback spots out of the wishbone. And Mike barrels down close to the 10-yard line before he's stopped by Denby.
They come with the power. They come to the left side. You see Conklin and Fernandez blocking. Perella almost breaks it here, picks up about 3 for the Greyhounds, maybe 4. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for them inside the 20, inside the 15, at about the 13 of the Chargers.
So 2nd down for the Hounds, going to the wishbone offense. They have double tight ends. And again, it's Perella, the senior, to the 10.
Watch
Haynes
Perella,
from
the same
linebacker.
play now as he just follows Fernandez and Conklin. Good job by Ansonia. That right defensive side for the Chargers, stopping that one. They pick up about 1, but it's a 3rd and 5 right at about the 10-yard line as you look into that defense of the Ansonia Chargers.
3rd and 5 for the Hounds. A short 5 at the 10-yard line. Wishbone, the quarterback, is Edmonds. Edmonds fakes, now running the football, and driven out of bounds. A fine defensive play by Denby, because I thought Edmonds had the corner.
Edmonds fakes the power now that they've just used, puts the football away. Again, good seal on the outside, allowing the quarterback to get to the corner. He will be very close to that first down as Denby drives him out, but not before Edmonds steps out at about the 5. So it'll be a 1st and goal. Great job by Joey Edmonds, and you see the speed that young man has, his ability to get around the corner and get that first down.
And what Ansonia does not want is Edmonds to get around the perimeter and get outside. And Naugatuck spreads the offense on 1st and goal at the 5, and they run the fullback. That is Conklin, and we've got a flag dropped.
Ansonia, or Naugatuck, tried to spread the Chargers, as Eddie said, and then run the fullback right up the middle, but we've got a penalty. See what it is here. It's going to be against the Chargers. Looks like they've got 12 guys on the field, so that is one of the problems. They had too many men on the field. Trying to get inside is Conklin. Chargers do a good job stopping it with Tate, Tchaikovsky, Sisto right in on him, but they are getting a 12-man penalty, and it'll be a 1st about the 3-yard line for the Greyhounds.
1st and goal for the Hounds. Francis out wide to the left. Wishbone formation for the Hounds. Marlon Fernandez slices into the end zone. Naugatuck touchdown.
Fernandez, a 3-yard run coming right inside the right tackle. You'll see the handoff, follows his blocking backs right in untouched, and the Naugatuck Greyhounds have answered the Chargers with their own score and look to tie it up here now with a conversion. An excellent drive, the big play, the pass from Joey Edmonds to wide out and split receiver senior Jamal Francis setting up this score.
Perella will attempt to tie the game. And Perella does just that. We're tied at 7-all with 1:46 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Something is happening on the field. Well, let's comment first of all on the center of the field. You see the beautiful work that the Ansonia Public Works crew has done here under the direction of Mike Shriver. The Chargers and the stars out there, and the A for Ansonia. The field has been set up just beautifully for this 96 meeting between Naugatuck and Ansonia.
As we both said, the snow has really dissipated. Sun has come up. It's just a beautiful morning, Thanksgiving morning here, and a host of fans that have gathered. Be interesting to see what they finally settle as for the numbers here, but there are about somewhere well over 10,000, and I'd be unsure after that. You'd have to start counting heads, but they're 6, 7 deep along the fence. The stands are packed, and they're ready for a great one, and we've got one ready.
Extra bleachers
7-7.
were set up on the Naugatuck side of the field, and in one of the end zones, in the north end zone. So no doubt about it that they have more than 10,000. King's kickoff sails into the end zone, so Ansonia will get the football at their 20-yard line. We're knotted here late in the 1st quarter. It's Ansonia 7 and Naugatuck 7. First down for Ansonia. They run the fullback, that is Pete Reynolds, for a pair.
Reynolds just comes right inside. He tries to come right up the gut following the block of David Blackwell. Good job inside by Seghetti, Carmelet, and Christensen closing it off. Picks up about 2 yards. Second 8 at the 22.
Ansonia showing a tight formation. Mrazek lined up as a tight end to the left side on second down. On the option, Coughlin is running the football and hemmed in and dropped. Dan Conklin first to get to Coughlin on the option.
Coughlin trying to do a little too much as they come with the lead. You see number 6 Reynolds leading around the corner. Conklin comes from his linebacker position with an excellent tackle here. Coughlin able to drive ahead for about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, but it still brings up a big third down. One of the things in this game you don't want your young men to do is to try and carry the entire load. Football players got to understand it's an 11-man team game, and Coughlin can't do everything. He's got to rely on the rest of his football team. That time he tried to get around the corner rather than pitching it.
Third down for Ansonia under a blitz. Coughlin gets it off and completes it to Mrazek.